Warning Army, vlog number 23. Let's go. Hey there. Vlog number 23. We're going to do 25 and 26 after this. Not in this video, but in separate videos. And I've been anxious to see this, so let's get over there and take a look.
Hello
Hey
again!
guys! Link, baby. Okay.
She doesn't want to be here.
What's up,
Say hi.
guys? Link says hi.
Yes. Okay, so in this vlog, we're gonna be talking about our new music.
Yay!
Woo! Okay, so chapter 1 and chapter 2 are out already, and we are so extremely happy that you're liking it.
Yay.
Guys, you have no idea. Like, all your comments touch our heart. Like,
Yeah, we have read everything.
try to read them
and,
all.
We're
Because
really
you write
happy
a
that
lot,
you're
guys.
liking it. In this vlog, we're gonna cover like chapter 1 and chapter 2 because we haven't made a vlog for chapter 1. So
Yes.
basically, this is like new music vlog.
Yeah.
So, let's start.
Chapter 1,
Let's start with chapter 1.
which is Crimson Queen.
It's Crimson Queen.
Ugh.
And the one. And the
And
one.
the one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Those are like those songs have cool stories.
Yeah.
Crimson Queen is Danny's song.
Yeah.
Danny wrote the lyrics. It's Danny's song.
That's kind of like it's a nice story because, well, that song was not gonna be on the album.
It's not-
Yeah.
it's not-
I have been writing that song for like a lot of time, and it was just like my song to kind of just learn how to, how do I say, like, produce something. It's something I like to have fun with. Like, I recorded myself on Pro Tools and then started adding guitar, starting adding voices, and just like figuring out. I did like 7 different demos of that song. And when I finished, I just
She showed it to us, and
Showed
I
it
was like,
do you
I was
remember this song?
I was mind blown because I remember when Danny had it like very like a rough
Yeah.
start,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was just mind blown. I really loved the song. And Danny doesn't like usually start songs, so when this
Yes.
one was just like,
So, like,
Wow.
when people like it, it makes me extremely happy. Like, you have no idea, because it's kind of like a big stepping stone for me. Like, I'm used to writing with them, but
that was
writing
her own.
on my own
So that
is...
was- Because yeah,
kinda-
writing on your own is it's like a very hard thing, honestly.
Yes.
I don't even write on my own. I mean, I start songs, but
Mhm.
I don't finish it. I basically just have chords, a very basic idea of what I want to do,
Mhm.
and I immediately go to my sisters. A lot of people are saying like, I write all the songs, guys. Seriously, there wouldn't be one single song on this album if the 3 of us hadn't like wrote together. And most of the songs, some of them I started them, but most of them we actually started them and wrote them together.
Yep.
And sure, sometimes I write more lyrics, but it's not that I write all of them. I just write like a little bit more, but that's
Especially since, like, the making of a song has a lot
Lot
different
of layers.
stages.
Exactly, because maybe I have like 3 chords, but then I take it to them, and then suddenly we have 12 chords, and
Yeah,
it's a very long and complicated process.
from the writing to the
to the
mixing,
mixing.
to the mastering, like everything.
And production wise, it's just a very hard process, and we always do it together. It's always the 3 of us, and a lot of songs, like if you compare it to 21st Century Blood, a lot of the songs on this album we actually started them together while we were
Yep.
writing like in our basement, and we were just like in the instruments and we started them there.
Mhm.
So, and I think you can hear it. You can hear that there's really like the 3 of us there in every single song. So, so basically, and then what's the second song? Oh, God.
That's
That-
where the name came from, because every time we like try to work on that song, it's like, ugh.
No, basically that song, Danny started it.
yes.
She had it
Long
a
time. It was,
song
like-
for
Actually,
a long time.
yeah.
Song.
I was just jamming out one day
was
and
long.
that riff, just like came out of nowhere, and I was like, yeah, it was mainly a guitar riff. Like the guitar was gonna start the song, but then we put it onto the bass.
No, but
Yes.
basically that song started off as a very different thing.
It was really
Extremely different.
Really
Yeah,
different.
And we struggled. I mean,
I
that's
remember.
the song that we struggled most on the album.
we did like
We did like
so many versions of it. Like
we did more. I think we did kind of like 20 versions.
Yeah,
Basically,
probably.
it was so many. And
every one of them different lyrics, different melodies, different.
in the
everything.
studio we actually finished a
The
ton of
song.
lyrics.
a ton of
Yes.
lyrics.
Like,
in the
we did
studio.
it like
the
on
day
the
we
spot.
recorded.
Oh my god,
the
I'm
vocals.
remembering the old lyrics and God. I
They were
mean,
pretty.
we even did a parody. It was like the
don't know how to keep it stable, hearts and bagels.
or bacon or
yeah, bacon.
it-
We were
it was-
hungry
yeah,
that day.
But basically, that song had 1,000 versions of
Yeah.
it,
Yep.
and we barely finished it. And we did have a couple of like tentative.
we
names
were
for it.
kind of sick of it.
Yeah,
Like,
we were sick
like,
of it.
So,
At least I was.
you know what?
Let's just keep the name Ugh. We didn't really want to change it, and
we didn't know
And-
what.
And we didn't found like another name.
Fine.
Sorry.
after we did a lot of versions for and one of those versions turned out to be the one.
The one.
And
Oh, yeah.
the other one it's the sacrifice.
Yes.
So basically, two songs came out of trying to fix.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
That's
the one.
story.
Okay, the one. The one is it's a very. I started the song on the
Yes.
piano.
Piano.
Wait, what? How does it start?
Wait.
Do
Please
anything
don't
to
make
That's the
it.
sacrifice. Okay, thank God Chapter 2 is released because I
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
hate you. Okay, so basically, the one started. Oh, that's a very interesting story actually. The one started was only piano.
Yeah.
It was an only piano piece
Only
that
melody.
I had, and then I had some lyrics. This song was not even gonna be in. I mean, at first it didn't even fit in the story, and then we started adding different aspects to the story. We added like the whole stalker kind of thing. So now that's so now the one could like get in
Yes.
there in the concept. So basically, I had the song on the piano, and I had a different chorus for it. Basically, the chorus for the sacrifice used to be the chorus for the one.
And
But
we
then
just,
we
like,
started working on the one, and we didn't like the chorus, and we put it like on standby, and we started
We
working on it.
really did like a whole Frankenstein.
Honestly,
of
all
songs.
the songs started like very Frankenstein-ish. But the one is a very fun song, and it's one of the few songs where I started like experimenting with chords. Because I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in 21st Century Blood, most of the songs have the same
Chord progression.
the same 4 chords basically.
Cool.
So
And a
when we-
different.
and different keys. So when we started writing this album, we were like, we need to change
Get away from
that
that.
formula. We
Yep.
really
Yeah.
need to get away from that. And since I started,
Although, I mean, it's kind of weird. People tell us, like, it's so weird that each song in 21st Century Blood sounds so
different, but have like the same chord progression,
So
and that's
it's
really
like-
fun. I take pride in that we
Yeah.
actually could make it sound different.
yeah,
we could,
It's like,
we could do it.
but okay, so basically the one that it has like modulación. How do you
A modulation.
A modulation. So we were really
Harmonic
proud of
modulation.
that we could start like incorporating new elements to our music.
Of things we
And-
learned. Yeah, we have been applying a lot of like new things we have
And
learned.
we have learned. Oh, and you remember one song that we went into the studio to change only one phrase?
The one.
It was the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Are
we
we-
will
are
tell
we
you.
gonna- are we-
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
can,
say the
okay.
lyric. Okay, it was. Is it all in my head? Was it something you said that left my heart explode?
No, is that made my heart explode? Explode.
Explode. That was
And-
the lyric.
Okay,
And I
made
was
my
like-
heart explode was the lyric, but
Made
then
my-
we returned to Monterey, and my mom was like, "Oh yeah, left my heart exposed," and we were like,
Wait, it doesn't
"That's
say
not the
that.
lyric," and she was
she's
like, "Oh, I thought that was the lyric," and we are like,
But
"Let's
wait,
change it." I mean,
yes.
that's perfect. So imagine, but So we were not very happy because we were like, we have to go back and record one phrase. Are you kidding me? Okay,
you,
so
you had to go back for mixing and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
So,
we-
it was
yes.
fine.
So yeah, we
took advantage of that.
aprovechamos. I don't know how to say it.
Took
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah.
Took advantage of that. Okay.
So okay, and now this is gonna be a long vlog. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh my god, it's already 9 minutes.
Okay, so when
Chapter
so
2.
oh wait.
Oh.
So we had like this whole concept, right? But it was a very long process to get it like to where it is. At first, it was not even a complete story. It was just about. I was just writing about. You see that I'm writing characters. I was just basically writing about a character who killed people, which is not nice. I know. I'm sorry, guys. But I mean, I just had like that idea, and then when I took it to Danny and Ellie, we made it so
We
much more
shaped
than
it.
that. Thank God. Thank you for fixing
Yes.
that. And then we showed it to our parents, and my dad was like, you know what? Like, we should totally make this like a novel, you know? So that's why we really like. My dad was like, let's release it like in EPs so people can actually like get the like the
Every
story. 'Cause
part of
if
the
you skip a
story.
song, maybe you don't understand the whole concept. And he was like, yeah, let's release it in chapters and everything. And we were just like so psyched about it. And then he was like, oh, you know what? Let's do an artwork for like every
Each
single song. And we're like,
Dad, you're a genius.
hell yeah. So that's basically what we did. And then we took it to Rudy, and then we started like working on it as a team. And then we worked with Gretel, and I mean, everything just worked out fantastically.
Yes.
And we're so glad that everybody's like liking the whole concept of it. Yeah, we're so grateful for Endeavor coming up with that, because imagine if we had just released it like that. No, thank God we're releasing it in
We're
chapters.
doing this. I'm sorry that we're leaving you with doubts and like intriguing. What the
We're leaving you
sorry. With
cliffhangers. There we
yeah,
go.
a little bit of mystery here.
Yeah,
and
but
there.
that's I think that's fun. You know,
Yes.
it keeps you there.
It's
so
fun
that's
for
cool.
us.
Yeah, at least for us. Okay, so basically, so now chapter 2, and chapter 2 is basically. Should we? Yeah, we should explain the story. I mean,
No, wait.
No.
okay, we won't explain the story
Yeah,
then.
because
So basically,
we have to be a little more evil.
Okay, so chapter 2 is what songs are they? Oh,
Uh,
it's Stalker,
Stalker.
Red Hands Never Fade, and The Sacrifice.
My secret.
I'm gonna take it out here. I'm gonna explain the name. Okay, so
No, no.
Stalker was a song that I started before I had we had the concept
Yeah.
of
Yes.
the whole
Album?
I remember
I was gonna say the name.
we
and I was
changed
like,
the
"Woo!"
chords of that one.
The chords?
Yeah, I remember that we were sitting. Of course we did. Oh my god.
Oh yes, we did the chorus. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay, so
Oh, it changed, like,
I remember that I was in piano class, and
Piano lesson.
I was like we played piano lessons, potato. Okay,
No,
so basically,
let's not go to piano.
so basically, I learned these new chords, which is basically the cliche that goes in the piano at the
Like,
the beginning.
dun, dun, dun.
And I really liked it, and I wanted to make a song with that. And the chords just sounded like really creepy. So I was like, you know that I'm not good at writing love songs. So basically, I had the mentality of like writing a creepy love song, which is basically what came out. And then after like, I couldn't finish Stalker. So basically, we took it together, and when we started adding the music, it was just so creepy.
It was.
Yes.
It was,
It was
so
really
it was
cool.
disturbing. It was
yeah.
uncomfortable, which was everything that we wanted it to
The
be.
guitar feedbacks.
Yeah, we
are
were
like,
when we were,
we were so
recording
happy.
that because like our rough drafts,
Like
Mhm.
yeah, like
yeah,
our
Or demo.
demos, that's the word.
demos, or like really like have everything.
Yeah, that we
Every single detail.
put a lot of time
Oh
into our
yes,
demos.
we
Yeah, so-
produce our demos.
So
like,
when we
to
were
100%.
recording the guitars, we were like,
Yeah,
That
those
was
riffs and
really
everything,
cool.
everything just like
Yeah.
felt
Actually,
perfect.
those feedbacks are from the demo. Like
Yeah.
we didn't want to change
anything.
anything.
Yeah,
like we were so used to
the
them. and
pianos.
they
Too. I
sounded
remember
so
I was
good.
recording the pianos, and we put like a.
A reverb.
It was I don't know. We took out a lot of like I don't know. I remember what I did on the piano, but I remember that I made it like wet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the song was wet and like very like distant,
Mhm.
and we just loved
Reverb.
it because it felt reverb. Then I'm sorry. So and it felt like really good, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just leave it like that. And but thanks to Stalker, like Stalker is a reason that like we were able to
have
incorporate
this-
a lot more songs, and the story got like kind of more like developed.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
and after Stalker, it's Red Hands Never Fade Red Hands Never Fade is actually a really cool story. About like 2-3 years ago, I had like the phrase "Red Hands Never Fade." I did a doodle on a notebook with a hand. That is I do not know how to draw. I'm sorry, but it's a really bad drawing, and it just said "Red Hands Never Fade."
It looks
And
like you
after-
did like a hand in chocolate or something.
Yeah, it was a really bad drawing. But then I came back and I just started like writing some stuff, and I just left it there for a very long time, and I did not like pick it up again. And then when we were doing like we were trying to pick up songs that could fit here, and then we grabbed and we were like, "Red Hands Never Fade," like sounds like it could fit here.
In this story.
Yeah, and then we started working on it, and it just turned out like really. My favorite like part is like the whole "to tell you to tell me to tell you."
Yeah.
I loved like that's.
And I always got it wrong, like recording.
You said like to tell,
Tell
you.
you,
No,
to tell me to tell you to tell me.
Yeah, you always like switched it up.
you.
But that was my favorite phrase. I
it's gonna
felt
be
so
fun,
proud
right?
of that. That's really
I know.
cool.
I know.
And
Then
it was that song was really hard to write. I remember that. Do you remember like the really long songwriting sessions that we had?
we
just
spent like
trying
2
to
hours.
finish those lyrics.
Yes.
Because the lyrics for the verses were
Oh
no, but wait, that's
no.
We also
we
it was
also
before.
we
It
have
was
a ton
before.
of songs that we
Okay.
took
It
a
was
long
before we
time to
went to
write the
LA
lyrics,
and
but
everything.
Red Hands Never Fade was one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, but that song is and that song is really it's the most tiring song to play, cause
for you.
it's really fast
for you.
and I'm doing
like-
eighth notes on the
Well,
right
my
hand
mutes are
all the
also
time.
fast.
And in the bridge, I'm doing 16 notes. So it's basically my right hand is doing this the whole song, and it's so tiring, but it's really fun to play.
Yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
a really
I was
cool
gonna
song.
say which one was for me, but it's still not
No,
out.
it's still not out,
I
so-
was like, woohoo.
Okay, and the next one is the sacrifice, which is really weird to call it the sacrifice. Cause okay, let me explain a little bit about the background of the sacrifice. Basically, I remember we were doing you know the Patreon rewards where we write lyrics.
Oh yeah, we were writing.
The
I
lyrics
remember.
for like one of the Patreon rewards, and I was listening to my K-pop playlist, and I remember I was.
Oh, Danny was having a party.
Oh,
at the house.
you were in a party outside.
Yeah, I was like,
and,
where do I?
and
I didn't remember this.
Ale and I were
writing
writing
the
the lyrics.
It was that day.
It was
Yeah,
that day.
it
So
was.
basically,
Oh, wow.
I had my headphones on and I was listening to my K-pop playlist, and a song.
No,
I'm
don't say the
not
name,
gonna
I'm
say the
sorry.
name, but basically a song came on and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And I was just like, felt like really inspired to go to the piano. And basically,
And I was like,
I had, okay. And I started like playing and stuff just like came out like really well. And I had like the verse part 1 was what the first thing that came out. But the second part of the verse,
Please don't.
no, that's the first part. The second part is that was from another song that I had that we didn't even use. I just grabbed that part. I didn't even show it to you guys. That song was horrible, but that part was
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah, I thought that
placed
was
it-
like the original.
So I placed it there, and I was like, okay, this is sounding good. And the one more simple question came out
did.
when we were with Nick Littlemore.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I remember that he
Right,
gave us some
yeah.
chords. He was like, write like a very short song with this,
this.
and that's what came out.
And
And,
we-
Nick
yes.
told us like, whatever came out here in that session, you can use. Like it's yours. Use it on your songs. So we found out that it fit perfectly
Yeah.
there, and we were like, you know what? Let's use that. And the chorus. It was the one from the one. But that chorus actually came out after like the same like K-pop influence, which is
Yeah.
really weird because you guys keep telling like, oh my god, I hear this type of influence here, I hear this type of influence, and it's just really funny for me because I mean I look at the list of influences that we had, like what we were listening to when we were making this album,
You were like,
and it's the extreme
because
opposite. We really like
It
listen
makes no sense because what we do sounds nothing
like what we listen to. 'Cause,
yeah,
I mean
at all.
our
We
album-
grab like tiny things we like.
that we like, and we try to
make
like
it our own.
and we make it our own. Basically,
Yep.
what we were listening to was a lot of like Japanese rock and a lot of K-pop, and that's
Yes.
and
of course, what we always listen to.
and- and-
Yeah,
what we
like
always
My
listen
Chemical
to.
Romance,
But-
yeah,
yeah,
Fall
basically.
Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and stuff like that.
but it's like but I think that that whole jumble of stuff that we listen to, like it's like we're like a melting pot, and everything just like comes out like a very unique sound at the end.
And so like each one of us has a very unique sound.
So
that
it even
kind of,
makes like even more.
So yeah, well,
So basically, the sacrifice was called Gracias K-pop.
so we always said gracias. It's thank you in
Yeah,
Spanish.
like so we
So-
basically called it Gracias until
And
we
so-
were recording it.
It's
in,
still weird for me to
call it the sacrifice?
It's always like gracias. Like live when we
At least when we
play
practice
live,
it here,
it's
like,
like-
Ale tells me like
Like
what
what?
song is next, and I say Gracias.
Gracias,
It's
like-
not the sacrifice. It's Gracias. But the sacrifice has to be like my third favorite song from the album. I love it so much.
Your
I'm-
3rd favorite song. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just so proud.
Okay.
I used to be so stuck with chords, but those chords, we really just went out of the shell with that.
Yeah.
We have like
Oh,
that
you went.
Oh my
modulation.
god!
Yeah, on the
vlog's already
piano, I
taken.
struggle. I worked a lot on those chords. So I mean that modulation from the pre-chorus to the chorus,
it's really-
I was just so proud of that. It was just like, oh my god, it's so
The second
different.
chord from the pre-chorus, it's like.
Yeah, because instead of doing it minor and like if we did it minor, it would have stayed in the. It would be diatonic. It would have been inside the scale. But since we did it major,
It was
it's no
like,
longer in the scale, so it sounds like kind of like dissonant. I love that. I was just so proud. And so that's what. And just musically, I love all the riffs.
Oh yeah.
One I have like my favorite part is the pre-chorus. The second pre-chorus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact: the last songs we wrote were "Dust to Dust," the one, and
And
the
the
sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
And the sacrifice was also another like result of us trying to fix
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, the vlog is 21 minutes.
We're so sorry, guys.
Okay, but quick thing. I mean, the last thing I just want to say, it was like, okay, so we had a lot of fun recording this. I recorded the pianos, and it was really fun recording those. But live, that's gonna be fun. I really. But with the piano, you're doing it on the guitar.
Yeah.
And it sounds so cool. I love it. I
It
personally
does.
really like it. And then
Thank
the
you.
one, I mean, we're using a track because it's not like we're going to stop playing to go and
Yeah.
play the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're really, really glad that you're liking it. I
Yes,
hope that
thank you.
when we finish releasing the chapters, we can sit down and explain to you what the story is about.
Yes.
Which I'm
That's gonna be
really
fun.
excited about that.
After
Yeah, it's gonna
Lunario.
be fun.
Yeah, after Lunario. And
Although I gotta say, guys, most of you are getting pretty close. Well,
yeah. I
and
mean,
sometimes-
it's not
these
not
are
a very
very
complicated
It's
story.
not very
It's a very easy story to
Oh.
follow, honestly.
Before I forget, sorry. We have seen that a lot of you guys have doubts about Nada Mas Records. We are not signed with a label. Don't worry.
yeah.
Like it's our own like
It's our like
sello de. I don't know how to
Big
say
skin.
that.
It's our sello de.
Our sello.
Symbol, like our symbol
Oh,
for.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we're-
no.
The thing is, like,
We'll release
if
it
you
later.
Google it, like,
Nothing's
you're not
gonna
gonna
come
out. You're not
find
gonna find
anything.
anything. It's not a record label, guys, don't
yes.
worry.
We're still
It's-
very independent. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
it's just to be independent,
But with a brand.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So Nada Mas
So, yeah.
Records, it's still us. don't
Yeah,
worry,
it's
guys.
and the name is from an inside joke that we have
That we
with,
have with
Rudy.
Rudy. So yeah, guys, we're really
Yeah,
happy
don't worry about that.
you're liking it. Stay tuned because chapter 3 it's not long till it comes out. Don't worry.
Which sounds like
So-
just like.
uh,
I don't know.
Okay, so the next songs are one of my are a few of my favorites, and I think it's you guys are. I think chapter 3 you're gonna like it a lot. I think it's gonna be one of your favorites.
I get it now.
You're gonna like it.
Okay,
So,
I'm still missing one song, though.
this block has gone on for way too long, so we're gonna
Yes.
say goodbye, guys. And when chapter 3 comes out, we'll
tell you all about it.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
I really like that. Having them explain how they're doing it and their concept and the whole process in their own words is enlightening, for lack of a better word. and to see their dynamic makes me look at them a little different than I did. Pau wears, and I think I kind of gathered this already, but she wears her emotions, everything on her sleeve. I mean, with Pau, you can look at her and listen to her and know what she's thinking. With Danny, you get the feeling that she's processing everything Pau is saying to make sure that it's right, or to make sure that it's on point, or does she need to add something that maybe got forgotten. But with Ale, I kept looking at her and thinking, I wonder what's going on behind those eyes, because she obviously adores her sisters, right? I mean, she's grinning at things they say. She's listening to every word they're saying. You can tell that by her facial expressions. But she's always, she gave me the feeling that she was looking at the camera with a look like, what do you think about what you're hearing, right? Excuse me. So that's nice. That's real nice to hear. You don't get this kind of opportunity with a lot of bands, where, especially coming off of having just written the music, having just recorded it, telling the audience that, this is what we think and where we're going with this, but not giving away everything, because they made it a point to say, no, you can't be giving away everything here, to let the audience have some room to imagine and to breathe with the music. They're very smart, exceedingly intelligent young ladies. And I was very happy to also hear how many people gave them input when they were writing these songs. Because I was under the impression that they were kind of in a bubble. And they would write these songs and come out and maybe get this, rubber stamp of, hey, that's pretty good. Maybe change a little this or do a little that. I was really misunderstanding the situation. They clearly go time and again to other sources to get what they need. I liked Pau's explanation of the listening to K-pop and getting inspired to go to the piano and write that passage. That happens all the time. I mean, because if you love music, you hear something, you go, oh, I got to try that, or let me spin that somehow. So that was nice to hear. My first wife told me something, I don't know what I was commenting on, some person who never said anything, who was always quiet. And I've never forgotten what she said to me. She said, still waters run deep. That's an old saying, and everybody knows it, but at that moment, it hit me in a way that it had never hit me before, and I've never forgotten it. When you meet somebody like that, there's a lot going on under there. And I got that impression from Ale. And I think you can now understand. I think I now understand how she plays that bass the way she does, and slides in between whatever Danny and Pau is doing with an ease and a grace that belies her age. She listens to her sisters. She's factoring in everything they're talking about when she goes to do her part. That's a guess on my part. Might be a bad one, but that's the impression I got. This is just one vlog. There's 2 more to go, and we'll take a look at them. Thanks for hanging with me. Next one will be out shortly, and I love y'all. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.